فاصبر صبرا جميلا.
It also goes to show the importance and the value of giving detail and getting an accurate fatwa. The importance of detail and getting an accurate fatwa. The better detail you give, the better explanation you make, perhaps the better and more thorough answer you'll receive. And not getting a question that comes from someone else, from a third, from a fourth. I have a question a brother asked and a sister asked, or half of the information. Everybody understand this? Let alone a loaded question. Let alone what? A loaded question, just full of malicious slander. Yeah, Sheikh, what do you say about someone who says? The moment you say that, the question is already what? It's already loaded. What do you say about someone who says and someone who does, and he claims and this and that's loaded? And obviously the people, they'll pick on the questioner. He's a fitna maker, a fitna biscuit, he says, But as we explained in Atlantic City last October, that the Sheikh, the Mufti, the one who's answering the question is also what? Responsible as well. He's liable. And it is his job to stop a fool from being a fool. Yes, it's his responsibility. You understand those words?
Yeah.
To stop a what?
A fool.
From being a fool. Don't say that. Don't mention this person's name. It's his job. And his job not to be hasty and naive and misled. And it is also his job to have an intuition. And he's supposed to feel that this question is loaded. And in most cases, he's asking about his colleague or his friend or his teacher or it's a relationship because of the loading of the question. That's the Mufti's job. That's the Sheikh's job. And he is liable as well. He's not supposed to be naive and foolish and just let anyone bring him something and he gives an answer that is going to affect the lives of hundreds, if not thousands of people that he has never met, that he will never meet, and thousands of miles away. And is reckless in what he says. No, he's responsible as well. He's what? He's responsible. And he's going to be, on Yom Al-Qiyamah, he's going to stand in front of Allah. Like we explained the other day in Ibn Abdul Barr's book. The Musa'il, Allah will ask them. Everybody clear on this or not? Sheikh bin Baz, he says that when someone brings you namima, tale carrying, gossip, he says it's obligatory for him to do the following things. Number one, he has to tell him to ittaqillah. Fear Allah. Number two, it is upon him not to accept what he says. And number three, he is to deem him as a fasiq, a sinner, bringing gossip. Everybody clear on this? He is not to take a soft position with this person. And if he doesn't do that, then at least he can say, well, who's this person that you're claiming does this and says this and who is he? The questioner, if he has a loaded question or an agenda, he's going to stutter. Sheikh, yani. No, who is he? Don't say yani. Who is he? Well, Sheikh, this brother who said this, he studied overseas for several years. He studied with you. He's a graduate, he's this, he's that. That's a whole different what? Light on the question now. Whole different light. He's wrong in doing this or saying this. However, he studied with me or he studied overseas. He has some type of reputable background. He may have an excuse. He may have a justification. That's his ijtihad. Not loading the question like some jahil, ignorant guy out the middle of nowhere. Yeah, Sheikh, what do you say about a person who goes and he says and he slanders and he does this? This is somebody that's learned Islam, practiced Islam, teaching Islam, has done more for Islam than you have ever done. Don't you think that should be what? Mentioned in the question as well? And don't you think that the scholar should what? Ask those details. Who is this person? After his reputation or his background, what is your relationship with this individual? That's the next question that must be asked. What is your relationship what? With this person. Now I'm not talking about a fiqh question. For somebody to come and say, it's not the sheikh's job, he doesn't have the time. No, we're talking about a dawah question where someone's life or masjid is going to be attacked and many people's lives are going to be ruined. This is serious now. It's no less dangerous than a qadi and then giving an order for someone to be executed. Because you're executing someone's honor now. You're slandering someone. This person, he may be in a country in which there are no other callers. There are no other scholars, no other students of knowledge, no other du'as in this country or this city. And the people that are barely making salah, barely praying, they became guided and they learned about Islam and the Sunnah through him. And then some foolish, immature person comes along with a loaded question and he asks calls overseas, he gets a fatwa, he warns from the person, and now the people who barely have nothing, now they have nothing at all. They warn from him, they destroy everything. That sheikh is what? He gave the order and the command for that person's honor to be defamed. As if he did what? Gave the order for his head to be cut off. He's responsible. So, what you mentioned in the question has an effect upon the answer. That's why he clearly says, I have that eyesight. I this, I that, I'm the imam, my people the reign. And those are all necessary details for the Mufti, who was the Messenger of Allah. Everybody understand? It's very important etiquette here.